Thank you. Thank you. Hello, everybody. My name is Maddie and I am one of the organizers of this protest today. And what I am asking you today is that there be no looting, there be no rioting. This is a peaceful protest. We are not against the police. We stand with the police. It's all good. What we are doing is we are demanding that they come together with us as a community to support us, and we will support them. I'm going to pass it off to another organizer. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. How are we doing today? You good? Why is everybody on? Can we get a rest in peace George Floyd for everybody, from Yonkers to George Floyd and everybody? Rest in peace George Floyd. Thank you, guys. Okay. So, first of all, I'm not going to ask the looters and the rioters to not stop. I need you guys to get out of here. If you guys are planning on looting or rioting, get out. This is not what this is about. We want to keep this place as safe as possible. I would be a liar if I said that there's no good cops anywhere. There are a lot of good cops, especially after what's been going on. I'd be a liar if I said there's not at least one Derek Chauvin in every police department. So, no, I feel you. So there's at least one Derek Chauvin in every police department, and we need all the good cops to get those Derek Chauvins out of here. Yeah. We don't need no more names anywhere, not from Yonkers, not from anywhere. So with that being said, I'm trying to read this as fast as possible. I'm going to give this to Hector Santiago with the Stop and Shake.
First of all, I just want to say, let's give a moment of silence for all the people we've lost in this battle of trying to get justice and reform. Thank you. My name is Hector Santiago, Hector the Connector. I'm here as a friend to all of you. I want to echo my co-organizer's words. If you're here to loot, this is not what this is about. Please understand, we're trying to get things done. We're trying to come together. We have people from the north side, south side, like we are all on the same page when we need change. So please do not get crazy. If you're here for that, this is your time to walk out judgment free. We don't care. We're not here for that right now. And if you're from the community, help us, help us. So these are our list of demands for the Yonkers Police Department. We want Yonkers cops to have body cams. There's no reason Yonkers no longer should not have body cams right now. NYC has body cams. There's ways to get these body cams. It's no longer a political issue. Yonkers needs body cams. 2, implicit bias training. We need these cops to understand who we are and where we came from. 3, cultural diversity workshops. 4, the integration of community within the Yonkers Police Department. We're here peacefully. We're here to practice our constitutional right to protest and say enough is enough. We need this in the Yonkers Police Department now, right? And so I just thank everyone for being here. I want to call on the Rev to come up and say a few words to open this up in prayer.
God bless you, folks. Let's all take a knee while we pray and open our hearts.
I would like to ask the Yonkers Police to join us in a knee. Excuse me. I would like to ask the Yonkers Police Department to join us on a knee.
Let's pray. Okay. Heavenly Father, we thank you for this beautiful day, Lord God. Father, we thank you for the peace that transcends all understanding, Lord God. Father, we continue to pray for the city, for the people, Lord God. We continue, Lord God, to pray the prayer of intercession, Lord God, against the spirit of hate, against the spirit of racial prejudice, against the spirit of violence. And Father, we ask that you bless this time together, Lord God, that we're able to collectively move together and to be able to show our love, Lord God, and our support in the things we so deeply believe. Father, your word says that people will know you are my disciples by your love for one another. So we thank you that we're able to express our emotions with respect and dignity. And we ask, Lord God, that you watch over us and keep us safe. And we stand against all the wiles of the enemy. In Jesus' name.
Amen. Amen. Oh, yeah.
Shout out to the cops that did kneel with us. I see you. I respect you, and we're here for you too. We appreciate you. Next, I would like to call up one of our supporters, our friend, our mentor, the director of Yonkers YMCA, Lucria Ortiz.
Thank you so much, Hector. Thank you all for coming. It is a privilege to speak to the people today. I'm very grateful for that privilege. I'd like to assemble my team behind me. This is the YMCA. We're here for the people. So if you don't mind, in this time of pandemic, I'm going to take my mask down a little so you can hear me clearly. Because words are very important at this time. I'm not only a leader, I'm a Puerto Rican woman.
That's right.
I'm an Afro-Latina.
That's right.
Who affirms my blackness. I'm proud of it. I'm married to a black man.
That's right.
I have black children. I'm an attorney and a former public defender. Woo! I'm an organizer in my own community. And I'm a child of poverty. I tell you all of my identities because they converge today to speak to the people, because I think that's an important voice. Right. So these are the three audiences that I'd like to talk to today. I'd like to talk to the youth, I'd like to talk to my white brothers and sisters, and I'd like to talk to our leaders. Right. To the youth, you are powerful. Right. You are showing us across the country that we're not doing good, and you're stepping up. Right. I hear you. I see that you're powerful, you're smart, and you're passionate. You know why? Hold up your cell phones. Hold them up now. The youth are using these technological tools to turn the mirror on America. We're seeing what we've known for over 400 years. Thank you for turning the mirror on us in this moment. We need it. But after this, we need you to take action. We need you to vote. We need you to demand a seat at the table where decisions are made. We need you to get involved. Go to city council meetings. Get your voice heard. The time is now to take action. Repeat after me. The time is now to take action. To my white brothers and sisters, I see you. I know you're hurting. I see some of your social media posts and support. But we need you at this time to do more. We need you to dismantle the systems. I'm an equity leader because America made me this way. I didn't grow up thinking I had to dismantle racism, but we need you right now. You can't just sit down and break bread with us. You have to invite us to the table to make policy with you. We need you to talk to your kids and acknowledge the brilliance and the beauty in black humanity. But let them know that America has failed them. But you're willing to fix that. We need you right now to disrupt and agitate in your circles. Join us today. The time is now for action. Repeat after me. The time is now for action. Water. To my last audience, my leaders, and I mean all leaders. Oh, thank you. That's what happens when there's passion, right? To all my leaders out there, and I mean the captains of business, nonprofit, government, law enforcement. This is an opportunity for us. While death is sad and what we saw was horrific, we have to use this moment as leaders. The pandemic is a metaphor. It is a metaphor that we cannot go back to business as usual. That racism is the other virus that we have to fix. Right? Yeah. So when you go back to your business, you're not only going to fix your workspaces to account for the public health crisis, you got to account for the racism that seeps through everything that we do. The time is now for action. Let me hear you.
The time is now for action.
Woo. Thank you. Please go in peace. Take that fire you have from within and use it outside. Thank you.
Thank you, Sharon. Woo, woo. YMCA. Hey. Ask you later.
Thank you, everyone. I'm going to call up the next speaker, Freddie Vasquez.
Let's give her a round of applause again. I'm sorry, your name? Lucria. She did an amazing job, and honestly, I don't have much to say because she said it all. Basically, we need to come together. The three groups that she listed, all the three groups, importantly need to come together. So all I want to say really is just I'm proud. I am very, very, very proud of the young people because they are the ones leading this movement and they're doing an excellent job. On Sunday, they did an extremely excellent job at keeping everything peaceful, getting their message across, letting them they were frustrated and tired of everything, but did not end it the way so many others have ended. So I wanted to say I'm proud of you guys. Man, you guys did an awesome job. You guys are the leaders. This is for you. This is for the future generation. So I just want to really big up the young people. And then I want to pose a challenge to all the leaders, business leaders, particularly, especially those minorities such as myself. I grew up on Buena Vista, 189 Buena Vista. I've been in this community all my life, okay? I was fortunate enough to have opportunities where I did something with myself, and now I'm coming back to give, so I'm challenging all of the business leaders, those that have come from this community, black, brown, and white, to come back, give back. Don't just go buy your nice houses across town and forget about this community. Because there are many people that are relying on us to show them how to get to that point, and we must role model it. So we cannot forget about the people here. I love you guys. Thank you for coming out. I appreciate it, keeping it peaceful. And again, the youth, I'm extremely proud of you guys. And keep it going, guys. Consistency is key. Not violence, consistency, and we will not stop until the change is made. Thank you very much. Thank you for coming out. Hector, thank you.
Next, I would like to call out Charlie Walker. Give him a round of applause.
How you doing? Charlie Walker, that's my name. I'm a detective sergeant with the City of Yonkers Police Department. I'm also president of the Yonkers Guardian. I'm also president of the Yonkers Guardian Association. I'm here today to tell you that I'm not. What I'm here today is to tell you is that I'm not going to tell you how to deal with your trauma. I'm too busy dealing with my own. As a black police officer, let me tell you, I'm black first, all day, every day. I need to tell you that we stand with you. We're not dictating anything. You tell us what you need, and we're there for you. We got you. I promise you that. As a police officer, we need to take every opportunity to connect with the community that we say we want to. And we just missed an opportunity. We just missed one. Let's not miss the next one. Let's not miss the next one. Because we had an opportunity to come together right now. All right? But I'm not here to take up too much time. Because after this, the leaders, the people who are passionate, my brother right there, I'd love to meet with you, brother. I'd love to meet with all of you. Let us know what you need from us. Let us know what you need from us, and we're willing to do it. I'm not going to take up no more time, man. Peace and love, baby.
All right.
So one more time, I want to go back on the list of demands before we continue, just for those who are just arriving. These are the list of demands that we are demanding as of now. Yonkers cops to have body cams. 2, implicit bias training. 3, cultural diversity workshops. 4, the integration of community within the Yonkers Police Department. We need to be part of the way we're being policed. I would love to know if any of the political officials, because they have a part to do with this also. It's not just the police department. We need to talk to the mayors, the council. We need everyone involved in the table. So if there's any public officials that would love to speak up or come up and have a few words, this is your time to please. I'm calling anyone to come up and just share a few words on what are your thoughts behind this. Again, the demands. 1, Yonkers cops to have body cams. 2, implicit bias training. 3, cultural diversity workshops. And 4, the integration of community within the police department. I'll pass it off to Shanae Williams, 1st Council District.
Thank you, Hector. Hello, everyone. Hi. Look, first, let me say thank you to all the organizers that put this together. A few days ago, 2 days ago, we had a fabulous, powerful, emotional, I'm going to take this off for a second, it's better to speak this way. We had a very peaceful and very powerful protest right here in the square 2 days ago. Thousands of people, at least 1,000 people came out. And that was organized by some young students, college students, Yonkers Public School students, and I'm proud of that. And I want to see the same thing happen today, but that's not what today is about. Today is about bringing awareness. Today is about talking about the injustices that our people, my people, have faced time and time again. We need a break. We're tired. We are tired. So I'm going to walk with you. I'm going to stand with you. I'm going to do everything I can on that city council seat for you, for me, for the next generation, because we deserve better. That's what this is about. I'm going to keep it short and pass it to Majority Leader Corazon Pineda Isaac. Thank you, guys. Black Lives Matter.
Good afternoon, everyone. You know, it's really powerful and emotional to be here, because you know I want a time to come where we don't have to rally for equal rights, where we don't have to come together to say we want to live. You know, and I didn't want to speak because it's a lot.
Take your time, sis. Take your time. Take your time. That's right. Take your time.
It's okay, Corazon.
I really did not want to speak because it's a lot. It's a lot.
Take your mask down.
It's a lot to be a mom of 2 black children and prepare for the conversation that many of us have to have. It's a lot to be married to a black man and talk about incidents that he's faced. It's a lot to have a brother and know that if he's, you know, with his friends, that ill could come upon him. It's just a lot. It's too much. It's too much. It's too much. And that's the reason I didn't want to speak, because it feels too much. But I know it's important to speak. I know it's important for us to be here. I know it's important for us to have conversations. with everyone, with anyone who wants to listen. And there are many who want to listen. But now we have to act. We have to perform. We have to come together. We have to hold hands. We have to embrace. Right? We have to come up with plans. We have to be strategic. We have to be powerful. We have to be brave. We have to admit the wrongdoings. Yeah. We have to move forward. We have to push. Because it's a lot. It's a lot. And that's all I have right now.
Hello, everyone. I'm Tasha Diaz, newly elected councilperson for District 3. I know firsthand the pain and heartache that everyone is going through. When I ran for office, I ran on transparency and diversity. And I stand here before you and let you know I stand here with everyone because I know your pain. I, too, am a mother of 2 biracial children. I am a foster mother of 5 different children from different nationalities. I stand here before you. I have a Caucasian grandmother. But you know what? What is being done through here is wrong. It needs to stop. And it needs to stop now. When I ran, I said change is a-coming. I am the first woman of color to be elected to District 3. So that lets you know change is on its way. I have an open door policy. No matter what your race is, no matter your nationality, your creed, whatever, my door's always open. Why? Because we need to move Yonkers forward. And the only way to move it forward is to continue opening up the doors. Everybody that's standing here right now, don't let today be the only day you fight for this. You continue to fight. Let me tell you something. When I ran, they told me that I couldn't win. They told me that I wasn't going to win because there was never a person of color to represent District 3. But now they have me. And I will stand with each and every person in Yonkers. Like I said, my door is open. Please call my office. Because this will go no more. This is where it stops.
My name is Christopher Johnson. I'm a county legislator. I represent District 16 in White Plains. My district is all in Yonkers. I stand here not because I'm elected, not because I'm a county legislator, not because I represent people in this city. I stand here because I am black, because I am a black man. Because when I was growing up, my mother told me that you are young and you are black and you are a male, you have 3 strikes, don't get caught. It's a shame that anybody has to say anything like that to their children. I tell you this, though. This is not just a police problem. This is an institution problem in the United States of America. Because racism exists in this country, if there is a system, there is racism in it. Here is the charge for you all. Find a system. Enter the system. Dismantle the system. I am elected not just to represent you all, but I'm elected because I have white colleagues who post things, who show up to rallies like this, who say the right thing, but when they put that legislative pen to paper, it ain't right. So when we say there are good cops, and those good cops need to call out bad cops, we got good legislators that got to call out bad legislators. We got good firefighters that got to call out bad firefighters. We got good store owners that need to call out bad store owners. Y'all got bad neighbors that y'all need to call out. So today, don't let today be the only day you call people out. Don't let it end here. Because when you stop, it stops. All right? When you stop, people stop breathing. Literally. It's not a game. When we say I can't breathe, it's not figurative. It's literal. There are people who are having their breath taken away from them. Why? Because their skin is brown. Because they don't look like somebody else. There are white people treating black people worse than animals. There are people who say we care about our kids, but don't want to educate our kids. There are people who say they care about our communities, but are afraid to walk the streets in our communities. So as you walk the streets, you demand that they walk with you. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you. With that being said, I think this conversation needs to be taken to City Hall. So let's get this started and let's get to City Hall.
Hector, I want to say something. At City Hall. In City Hall. Come on, why? I got you. In City Hall. We need you to speak in. Hey guys. It's not affordable housing.
Hey Ben, how are you?
How you doing, sir? You give me some bite?
So, Mark and I worked together for a long time. This is my hero. His plan after he retired, he just built up. How do you do? You all right? Make some money? Okay. He's also a DJ. So we worked together in the second precinct. The deal is he was going to buy a Winnebago and drive all over the country. Like, that is the way to retire.
Are
We
we
got
together?
a long way to go. I have way less. But I will tell you, that is the way to go. Yeah, I mean, that is the way to go. Hey, Ben, how are you?
Commissioner, soundbite here?
Hey, brother. Nice to see you. Sorry, bro. It's good to see you, man. Thank you, bro.
Commissioner, you saw what's being said today.
Okay.
What is your feeling about that?
I'll say anytime, anywhere. And I'll say it and I mean it. And I'm glad I'm here amongst my colleagues. I am disgusted. I am sickened. My heart is broken. This is not what America is supposed to be. And I will never understand what it is to be black in America. But I am a human being and I do understand. And when I watched Mr. Floyd's, the life go out of him over the 8 minutes, it just broke my heart. And it broke a lot of police officers' hearts. And a lot of people don't want to think about how much we love the community. And I know we have so much work to do, and I get that. I get that. And it really breaks down to the most simple thing. If you treat everybody like you would want your mother treated, if it's an elderly lady, if you wanted your son treated, or your sister or your brother, if we just start from that baseline, that's the best thing we can possibly do. And that's what matters. Now, what is the future? Because here's the thing. It has to be actionable items. In Yonkers, when you look at our excessive force, we've done a really good job. I'm not saying that any excessive force is acceptable, but just think, 2011, 88 allegations of excessive force. 2019, because of guys like this, 6. Okay? We can always do better. We can always work. The issue that I have still is the microaggressions. And so one of the things we're going to do right off the bat, we're working with the PBA, the Yonkers Guardians, and the mayor has expressed support, is we're going to find money and we're going to do, hey bro, how are you? We're going to do implicit bias training off the bat right away. It's time. We can get the money. They'll help us, and we'll roll from there. We'll do our best.
Commissioner, you do know that and understand that the issue here, it's not just the excessive force, but the lack of action from the prosecuted police department. Mm-hmm. 8 days had gone by.
Okay, so
only one person has been
right,
charged.
So we talked about that. So one of the ways that Governor Cuomo moved the needle in respect to this is what he did was he took the situation, and in 2015 he created an independent investigator for all deaths in police custody. You don't want a police department investigating their own. It doesn't work. There's too much bias, there's too much. So by having an independent investigator from the state, they come down from Albany, they don't know anybody, all they know are the facts. That's how you get convictions, that's how you get people locked up, and that's how it works. You can't do it any other way. So that's the first thing. That's working really well. So is it going to expand? Sure. It's got to be legislation. You know, you're in a good position. We're in a good position right now with Andrea Stewart-Cousins and Carl Heastie and Governor Cuomo. They're, you know, listen, just look, what we want to do is we want to be better, and we want to be better every day. And my heart breaks, and I am sorry.
Thank you, Commissioner, for your point of view.
Okay. Hey, bro.
Now, as you guys can see, how you doing? Now, as you guys can see, the protesters are walking towards City Hall. I have to catch up. I was interviewing the police commissioner, John Mueller, to give us his point of view, which he had given to us in a prior interview. But there is much more people watching it, so I want you guys to hear what he sees, how he thinks and he sees this issue. Raining is coming down, so for those that are just logging in and asking where are we are in Getty Square and now walking towards City Hall, I believe. At least that's what they were talking, City Hall or police headquarters, but I believe it's City Hall.
If you can hear me, say his name.
George Floyd!
If you can hear me, say his name.
George Floyd!
No justice?
No peace!
No justice?
No peace!
This is where it starts. We need to vote. We need to get out there. If they're not for what we for right now, then we need to get out there and get the next person in. And I need y'all to understand that. Because we can go after the police all day. But if they're not budgeted right, or if things ain't signed off, they're the ones that make the laws in City Hall. So we need to make sure that we're here, we're letting our voice be known. I want to pass the mic off to one of our brothers right here who's going to just share a few words.
When I say no justice, you say no peace. No justice.
No peace.
No justice.
No peace.
No justice.
No peace.
No justice.
No peace.
Some of y'all came out here to be Hollywood and did this for a photo op. For all my brothers and sisters that really came out here, that's about that action. When I say no justice, you say no peace. No justice.
No peace.
No justice.
No peace.
No justice.
No peace.
No justice.
No peace.
Understand that when we stand out here, everybody has their role in the movement. Your role might not be marching up and down the streets every day. Your role might be stopping our young brothers and sisters from being put in IEPs, having to get Adderall and Ritalin and Concerta. Man, no justice, no Your role might be making sure that some of our police officers are handling their business. And if you don't think they can handle their business, then sis, you gotta be a police officer. Get in there so we can infiltrate. And you gotta hold it down. No justice. No justice. No justice. No justice. Some of y'all out here talking about y'all want to be rappers. How the hell you say you want to rap and you not rapping about freeing your people? No justice. No justice. No justice. No justice. It doesn't matter what your role is in the movement, as long as you fighting for our people. When I say our people, ya tú sabes, tú necesitas atención. Dominicans are our people too. When I say our people, my Cubans are our people too. When I say our people, it don't matter if you got a white mother or a white father, sis, if you win it, bro, if you win it, no justice. No peace. No justice. No peace. Say his name. George Floyd. Say his name. George Floyd. Say his name. George Floyd. We say that brother's name for the one we know, and all the other brothers that they kill whose names we don't know. No justice. No peace. No justice. No peace. No justice. No peace. No justice. No peace. It doesn't matter what your role is in the movement. Hold your role down, because can't nobody hold it better than you. Yonkers, New York, 39 public schools. Not one black man is a principal. No justice. No justice. No justice. No justice. Yonkers, New York, 2020, never had one black mayor. No justice. No justice. I know some of y'all don't want to vote, but damn it, y'all got to get out there, hold it down. No justice. No justice. Keep a couple set it, keep doing y'all thing. Thank you.
You heard the words. You heard the words. Don't forget, come down November 3rd, vote. Come out every election and vote. Your vote counts, your vote matters.
Raise your hands, please. Amen. My name is Reverend Whitney. Let me explain something to everybody here. I love these kids. These kids are my kids. I work in Yonkers Public Schools 25 years. I've been absent maybe 15 days in 25 years. And let me tell y'all something. When you love something or someone, you take care of it. You understand? I spend many days, many weeks taking care of all the elders in my mother's building. We're giving out food at my church, Messiah Baptist Church, 76 Warburton Avenue on Tuesdays, in collaboration with some partners that increases every week to help us. And I'm going to tell y'all this. On Sunday, I found myself in a blessed position. What do I mean by that? I'm respected in Yonkers, and I'm loved by my kids. Everywhere they went, I went. As a reverend and as an adult, to take care of my kids. Did y'all hear what I said? Yes. Because the word of God says, blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the sons of God. The word of God says, Martin Luther King Jr. says, nonviolence. Let me explain something to everybody here. We know that there are so many people here in Yonkers, in this neighborhood, who don't have access to any other stores but these, including my mother. Did y'all hear what I said? Yes. Including all these other elderly people that live over there, and live up there, and live down there, and live over there. Did y'all hear what I said? Yes. So what we need to do is take care of our ancestors and take care of our kids. That's what we need to do. What we need to do is to vote. What we need to do is help our kids to be involved. Martin Luther King Jr. statue in White Plains says, injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. If Martin Luther King Jr. statue says, injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. And let me tell you something. I'm teaching Sunday school this Sunday in my church. And it comes from the book of Judges. And it talks about how God was angry against his children because they did what he told them not to do. Did y'all hear what I said? And I promise you this. The word of God said that when they cried out, God delivered them. We need to learn how to cry out to God in earnesty. We need to know that we know that our God is alive. And that he is a light unto our path and a lamp unto our feet. We need to know that he said, I am the Lord thy God. I changes not. He said, before you call, I will answer. And while you are yet speaking, I will hear. There are those who he said, you have not because you ask not. And there are those that ask amiss. You understand? But I'm telling you, let's take care of our children. Let's take care of our family. Let's take care of our community. Because yes, black lives do matter.
Black lives matter. Black lives matter. Black lives matter.
Justice. No justice. No justice. It doesn't matter as we bring up our next speaker. It doesn't matter whether you call yourself a Crip or a Blood or a Hound or a Nine. If you're really about your community, your gang colors and your gang affiliation should not matter when it comes to freeing our people. No justice. No peace. No justice. No peace. No justice. No peace.
Shout out to all my people that came out here to protest and get justice for us. Now, we spoke about a lot of stuff here today, but there's one thing that we didn't speak on that's most important. We've been doing our part. The police departments have not been doing their parts. You gotta fix the problem within the police department. Don't march with us if you ain't really for us. Don't march with us if tomorrow you still gonna racially profile us. Or if next week you gonna use excessive force on us. Or next month you still gonna kill one of us. The problem ain't the police that came from our community. The problem is the police that come from these suburban areas, that come to these urban areas that say they fear us simply because of the color of our skin. We had an injustice here in Yonkers. Shakima did not deserve what happened to her.
That's
it
my
doesn't
daughter.
matter whether she did something or she didn't. You are the police. You are trained to handle situations. You should have had better control.
Maybe they didn't.
Don't keep telling us what we should do when they not doing their part.
Exactly.
You understand what I'm saying? I can count hundreds of people in this crowd who's been racially profiled by Yonkers PD.
Exactly.
I got family members that had excessive force used on them. I've been racially profiled by police, and I'm a black female. So if I'm not safe, what makes you think our black men ain't safe?
They definitely ain't safe.
If you are scared of the color of my skin, then you should turn your badges in. Or how about you go and police your suburban neighborhood? Because the way you treat us, you don't treat your white kids in your neighborhood.
Talk to us.
We human too. We've been marching for over 400 years. We've been begging. We've been pleading. We've been dying for justice. And y'all still spit on our face. Y'all still walk all over us. If we see a police doing something, we can't do nothing because that gives us them a license to shoot us dead. If we try to help. You get what I'm saying? We not the problem.
That's right. It's the police.
The police is the problem. Y'all worried about looting and being peaceful. We've been doing that for years. But y'all worried about the reaction. The original action was of the actions of the police.
That's how we got there.
Inaction.
That's how they got there.
Focus on the action and not the reaction. We tired. We tired. We out here not just for George Floyd.
Everybody.
Or Ahmaud. Or Shakima. We out here for our ancestors. We out here for our elderly. I'm out here for my children. So stop telling me what we should do. Tell them what they should do. They couldn't even take a knee with us. So you can't take a knee with us.
But they out
I
here
don't need
now.
you to march with us.
Exactly.
Don't be here to just keep us peaceful. Be here to bridge the gap and solve the problem. Because that is where the initial problem lies. So justice for all my black people that have been killed by police that ain't never been convicted, that ain't never seen the inside of a jail cell. And pray for Shakima, because we know how that story gonna end.
Exactly. And for the good cops, if y'all really good, y'all gotta start turning your partners in.
That's right.
I mean, what's the problem? That could be one of your family members, and they didn't know it was your family member. Then y'all want to step up. Enough is enough. My daughter got arrested 2 weeks ago. She did what she did.
Shakima's mother speaking.
For her to end up with a fucking black eye, excuse my language, and his knee in her fucking back. Like, come on, and she's handcuffed. What can she do to you? There's no such thing as resisting arrest. Much blood, and they think it's a joke. Until it hits home. And she's a fucking woman that can't do nothing to you weighing 110. What the hell is she gonna do to y'all? Nothing. So I hope you got a good night's sleep when y'all did that. Because we're strong, and I'm gonna be out here. Cause y'all cowards. No justice. No peace. No justice. No peace. Thank you. No justice. No peace. No peace. No justice. No peace. As they bring up the next speaker, just look around for one moment. Don't it look good how even after 400 years of slavery and segregation, we can still come out as a people, still be benevolent, and still ask you nicely to give us our freedom? No justice!
No peace!
No justice!
No peace!
No justice! No peace! Go ahead, brother.
And this is why we demand it. We demand body cams. We need it.
Please, they said they broke or they lost them. What is convenient for them to do off?
We need implicit bias training. We need these officers to understand who we are. We need them to hire us. We need them to hire black and brown community so that they can go in and dismantle and change.
It's not gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen.
It ain't gonna happen.
They
target us from
We're
you.
here.
They target us from you.
That's a
Right, and that's why we got to educate ourselves. That's why we have to come together.
Right. Can I say something? Everybody's tired. Everybody's tired, my brother.
Let's keep it real.
All of this is happening because we ain't got no black leaders telling these white cops what to do. And you know why? You know why? Because all these black little kids is growing up learning to do nothing with themselves, son. And it's never too late. It's our time to change now. It's our time to change now. There's so many young people out here. What are y'all gonna do for our children, son? We need to be leaders for our children, man. We need to be leaders. You see all these black leaders over here? It's not going to end with them. It's not going to end with them. It's our time now. It's our time now. I see a whole lot of young black people.
And so I just started a foundation called Pamela's Big Heart Foundation, Inc. If any of you need a job, I'm now hiring. I started this foundation for my community. I started this foundation because the youth is the future, and we need to build them up in order for there to be a future. If you see me in the community, you need help from me, ask me for help. I will do whatever I can to help you.
Well, get rid of the bad cops.
Well, listen, this is why I started this protest. You get rid of the bad cops. What I'm asking is if to the police officers who really do not support us, leave our community. To the police officers who do support us, have the other police officers who don't, leave our community. We're tired. We don't want to continue to be killed. We don't want to be hurt. I know Shakima personally, and regardless of anything she did, I said it all over social media, nobody should leave with a broken face or body. You're here to protect and serve, but you're beating us, and it needs to stop. And so here it goes. I'm asking for all the community leaders who can stand up. I want you to go to Congress, and I want you to ask for harsher laws against police brutality.
Take that
I want you to do
from
that.
them. I bet you they'll stop.
I want you to do all of that. I want everybody here today to stand up in their community and do something too. Don't just ask us to do something because we stood up. You do something too. It can't just be us.
Do your part.
And we can't keep pointing the fingers at the police. We've been pointing our fingers at them for so long and they're still killing us.
That's right.
Let's do something else. Let's be active. Where are your foundations? Where are your businesses? Let's be active. Let's make this our community for real. Yes.
No justice. No justice. No justice. No peace. Go ahead, brother.
No lie, most of y'all don't know me, but you're going to get to know me. I'm a person that is very strong-willed. I'm a person that don't cut no corners, and I'm a person that works hard. If you ever tuned into my podcast, I'm preaching a different mentality. Because I'm tired of everybody doing what they want to do when they have a job. You got jobs that in corporations that are firing people for shit littler than actually hurting and maiming somebody.
Say less. You know it's wrong though.
Everybody ain't wearing a mask speaking on this thing. Nah. But to keep everything in focus, I'm preaching mentality. We gotta change our focus. Stop blaming, stop naming, and stop doing all this shit that ain't really gonna make us go forward. Because at the end of the day, we gonna keep doing this cycle until my kids is 25. It's no reason why when I was born, the same shit was fucking happening, and y'all still hiring niggas that could give a fuck. But at the end of the day, as long as we stick together, we police these police, because at the end of the day, we see they not gonna do it. Stop begging closed ears, bro. Tune in. Change your mental. Focus on what we can do to progress forward. I love the unity right here, but we gotta make this unity go further. You gotta actually start using your mind. Stop letting these motherfuckers tell you what to do just by putting their hands on you. I know shit is hard. Bro, I've been racially profiled. I've been arrested by these niggas. But at the end of the day, I'm here focused. You can't lose that focus. Yeah, you can be mad, you can be passionate, but use that shit to move forward.
That's right, brother. Good message, brother.
We can't be stagnant, bro. I'm not having my kids and my grandkids go through this shit just because, what? You don't like some nigga that did some dumb shit to you that really ain't that serious? Drop your fucking ego, bro. It ain't that serious. Step up for your people and move the fuck around.
Right, brother.
No justice.
No peace.
No
No
justice.
justice. No peace.
No justice.
No peace.
Say his name.
George Floyd.
Say his name.
George Floyd.
Say his name.
George Floyd.
Yo, what he said, I want to echo what he said, right? Because this doesn't end here. You know what I mean? We need to build this relationship. We got people from the north side and the south side here, and that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? And so we need to come together and support our local businesses. When one of your mans drops something, share that. This is because it has everything to do with us. We have to build ourselves. We need it comes with money. We need to pay for the fucking medicine.
That has nothing to do with police brutality. What we here for is the protest was started for the beating of Shakima. We talking about supporting businesses. We are talking about businesses. No, talk about the cops. They not beating up businesses. The cops supposed to be listening, and they all the way over there. They could give a fuck less about what we are saying. And that's why we're mad. We tired of hearing that shit. They over there. Y'all talking about businesses. Fuck them businesses. Talk about the cops. The cops is over there.
Yo. He's right.
That's what we're here for.
Listen, check it out.
Lamont is speaking now.
Nothing is going to change. Listen, nothing is going to change unless we build power as a community. And at the end of the day, that's what it is. That's what it is. I'm tired of talking. I'm tired of walking. I walk around South Yonkers on Sunday, my legs hurt. I'm tired of talking. Nothing is going to change unless we organize. So listen, I'm going to keep this so short right now. I'm going to keep it so short because we can march, we can demonstrate, but unless we control our political leaders, unless we have the power to have that control, nothing is going to change. As much as we scream, as much as we shout, as much as we holler, we have to organize for power. That's what it is. So listen, something very, very practical that I'm suggesting right now. Take out your phone if you're not on live. Take out your phone. Take out your phone. And this is not to self-promote. Go to cgdcny.org and click on and type in the form Get Involved. So we have each other's email and we can continue building and develop a strategy and push it forward.
Keep us together.
Exactly. cgdcny.org. cgdcny.org.
Does not allow black people to have events
because it's bigger than George Floyd. It's bigger than George Floyd.
For hours.
I hear you, bro.
I never hear community
I hear you,
policing, and we do not get the beating.
What he's saying is,
We do not get the beating. Yo, Bostic allowed the police officers. Listen, hold on. I don't even want the mic. Due to minimal violence and all of that, Bostic allowed the 4th precinct to tell him we cannot continue basketball games because it's causing violence. And since we haven't had them basketball games every summer, the youth had continued engaging in the streets, joining gangs, bugging out. It's legit the politics and politicians that's causing the corruption of Yonkers. It's just like Batman. They're turning this into Gotham City.
So listen. He's speaking facts. We have to organize. It can't just be today. We have to be able to contact each other. We have to be able to do trainings. Training young people in our community. Let's use this energy that we have right now to actually get what we want and to build power in our community. I'm going to say it again. I'm not self-promoting, but we have to organize. cgdcny.org. Fill out the form so we can get in touch and we can continue building this. Because we don't have enough power. That's why we're seeing these things happen in our community. It's bigger than George Floyd. Shakima was here in Yonkers. We're here in Yonkers. We can't affect what's happening in Minneapolis. We can only affect what happens in Yonkers. And that's what we're really here for. That's what we're really here for. There's no reason in the world, at least in these other cities they have body cameras. We don't even have body cameras in Yonkers. Why is that? How is that? Right?
They doing dirty.
Because they don't need it because nobody's pushing for it. Because we're not organized. So let's get organized. That's all I got to say, bro.
Can I say one thing, please? Thank you. Speaking. Good afternoon, young kings and queens. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I am a senior citizen. My name is Dawn Seawright. I have grandsons. I have sons. And I just found out I'm going to be a great-grandmother. Congratulations. Okay? And I just want y'all to know, I'm here with y'all. Okay? I am here with y'all. I have marched in Brooklyn. I have marched in Queens. I marched in Harlem, but this is where I live. Yonkers, New York. The Seawrights have been here forever. Okay? And you guys, this is so beautiful, all these young people. That all of y'all came together like this. Y'all please excuse me.
Take your time, honey. Take your time.
Y'all please excuse me.
Take your time. Take your time.
We gotta fight together, y'all. We must fight together. Okay, we gotta fight together. I'm also a little thug too. You know, a little grandma thug. Okay.
Take it there sometimes.
Yes, but my point is, everyone, we gotta work together. What this young king right here was saying is facts. What this young man was saying over here was facts. All facts. All facts. All facts. All facts. And I want y'all to know, as a senior citizen, Dawn Seawright, I'm going to fight with y'all. I'm going to be out here with y'all.
That's right, because they'll throw you down.
So, for anybody that knows Dawn Seawright,
senior citizens too.
If I get killed in the process, just know that I was fighting for us. For us. Okay? For the Kenneth Chamberlain seniors. For the, honey, we can go back to Miss Eleanor Bumpers. We can take it all the way back, y'all. We can go way back 400. We can go back more than 400 some odd years. But we got to fight, y'all. We got to stick together. We cannot let them win. We cannot let them win, y'all. We cannot let them win. But we do have to organize. We do have to stand together. And promoting these businesses, I ain't with that shit neither. Okay? I'm not with they should be here. I don't see not one black business owner out here. And if there is, they're always, look, but here's a young king right here. That's a young black business owner, okay? So then I apologize.
To focus on the right thing.
We do have black business owners out here. We're not trying to destroy. No, we're not trying to destroy.
Because of the cop.
We're not trying to destroy, but this police brutality, I've even been profiled more than once, thrown down on the ground. So I'm here with y'all, all right? This old head is here with y'all, okay? This senior citizen is with y'all. This queen is here with y'all, all right? This queen is here with y'all, all right? They say all lives matter. No, all lives don't matter until black lives matter. All right? Till black and brown lives matter. And until then, we're going to keep doing what we're doing.
Right. No justice,
no peace.
No justice, no peace.
I just want to piggyback off of what you said, and I think it was you about Minneapolis. We're in Yonkers, right? Yonkers didn't desegregate until 1985. 1985. That was 35 years ago. Who's from the north side? Who's from the north side here? Let me see your hands. Who's from the south side? It's evident that they never fucking wanted us here anyway.
That is true.
There it is. So guess what? Y'all gotta give us our grants. Like you just said, J-Wall, they don't give us grants to start businesses. We gotta figure it out. And then we get arrested for finding ways to figure it out.
Thank you, Raleigh.
I'm not going to sit here and continue this thing, but it's time to march. Let's go. Black Lives Matter.
We asked them to kneel down, right? But I found it funny when they kneeled down, when they put my daughter down, he was on his knees.
Yeah, that part.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
All right, guys. So, like, let me say one thing, right?
Oh, yes. That was
How do you?
I'm 76 years old.
She's 76 years old. She's 76.
I know the struggle. I was there way back when. And it's back to that place now. And we're not going to go there again. We need to know how to stick together. Together we can make it happen. They want to see us divided. We got to show unity. We got to show love and unity. Otherwise, we don't get in the
I needed her age for a point. All right. Deborah Donner, she was 66 years old, a woman in the Bronx. Hugh Barry, he shot her 4 times. He's a sergeant. And they say she's mentally challenged, whatnot, and she swung at the officer with a bat, Sergeant Hugh Barry with a bat. If a 66-year-old woman swings at you with a bat, what are you guys going to do? Are you guys going to shoot her? Will anybody shoot her? All right.
Kenneth Chamberlain Sr.
Wait, and then Hugh Barry got off. Keith Olsen, he's here in Yonkers. He's the SBA.
White Plains.
Right. Keith Olsen, he backed Barry.
That's Yonkers. I'm talking here.
Keith Olsen backed Hugh Barry. So officers now all across the world, they're saying, "Oh, we're not Derek Chauvin," but back, y'all say y'all are Hugh Barry. That's the shit that still goes on here. So whenever anybody wants to go where you guys want to do it, let's do it. Because we was on the sawmill, we got to keep this shit up. So until they, matter of fact, you know what?
Let's take
there's
this
talk,
to the headquarters.
there's talk, and there's action.
Let's take
Yo,
this
we
shit
gotta
to the
go to their
headquarters.
home. Why are we standing in the square? We gotta go to their home.
Let's take this shit to the headquarters.
Why are we standing in the square?
They do not care what your age is. So they do not care about our age. All ages.
Now the group is walking towards the police headquarters.
No peace. No peace. No peace.
No peace. No peace. No peace.
Our street! Our street! Our street!
No peace. No peace. No peace.
George Floyd! George Floyd! George Floyd!
George Floyd! Whose streets? Our streets. 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 No justice. No peace. No justice. No peace. Whose streets? Our streets. 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 No justice. No justice. No justice. No racist! No racist! No racist! No racist! No racist! No racist! No justice! No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace! 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 That's right. That's right, bro.
Yo, come here,
10 years old being called a nigga from y'all Yonkers Police Department. 10, 13, 15 from a kid. So I grow up not liking y'all. And it's not all of y'all. It's not all of y'all. But when you good cops sit back and watch these bad cops be assholes and don't do nothing about it, y'all part of the problem. Y'all part of the problem. We got people out here saying, oh, we gotta stand for each other. We gotta make sure. While we doing that, they not doing that. Y'all tell us, oh, if you see a black kid about to do something bad, don't let your mans do that. Stop them. And I preach that. Don't let youngers be out here wilding. My bro preached that. We preach that. Don't let them be out here wilding for nothing. We've been there already. But at the end of the day, we trying to stop our people from wilding while they're encouraging and letting that shit fly. It don't make sense. It don't make sense. This is a two-way street. Two-way street. And guess what? They still having their own fucking conversation because they don't give a fuck.
Well, let's walk to them.
They don't give a fuck.
Let's walk to them. Let's walk to them. We can walk to them. Let's go. We walk to them. Well, you know what? That's crazy.
If they walk
no,
away,
that's disrespect. So come on. We can walk with them.
We're going to get rims up this week and have a basketball game. That's it.
Come on, let's walk then. So that means you're being disrespectful.
Good afternoon, kings and queens. For those who don't know me, I'm Sherman Carrington. I own Carrington's Engineering, black-owned and operated engineering firm, construction firm as well. I'm right here, 30 South Broadway. We just left from in front of my building. We have the whole 8th floor. How many people in here, by a show of hands, is between the ages of 14 and 26? By a show of hands. By a show of hands, anybody over 26 years old. That's 100%. The 14 to 26 is 95% of what I just seen. Now, I operate an engineering firm, and a lot of y'all guys know me. The YMCA knows me. The county, the city hall knows who I am. This company has been operating from day one, Yonkers, New York. Owned and operated, African-American owned and operated structural and environmental engineering firm. In addition to that, we're also licensed OSHA trainers. We're licensed National Center for Construction Education and Research Center. We're master trainers. The reason why I created the company is because I look just like you. I came from the streets. I came up hard. And you could look at me, you would think otherwise, but there's a lot of things that we have histories about. I created this to create a platform for people of color in our communities, coming from Brownsville, Brooklyn, office in Chicago, Illinois, office right here. Trained, mentor, and certified, that's all we do outside of the engineering. So if you decide to, and I'm gonna ask y'all guys, anybody right here now, to research this, CSCE.tech. That's our website. I'm gonna say this, Hector, but let me exhale for a minute. I'm not trying to promote anything. I'm promoting the opportunities not only to do what you do, to demonstrate what you do, in behalf of what this is all about, the senseless killings, the murder of our people. My people, I train, mentor, and certify over 21,000 people of color on record since 1993. On record. That's more than some schools out here. My son has graduated from Saunders High School today, this month, from Saunders High School. Some of y'all may know him, Shane Alexander Carrington. That's my son. What I want to address, and the main reason why I came up here, is to address the capital industry and change. This same industry, let's get the facts right. We're over 500 years of oppression, suppression, depression, oppression, compression. Over 500 years. Okay, let's get it right. The only thing that's going to be able to change this is a change of industry as a whole. In my opinion, the whole is, and this is what I would strongly believe in, that every officer moving forward throughout the United States, once you complete that boot camp or whatever you call it, they should be sent to a corrections facility. They should be sent there. I want to say this now. No. Please, let me finish. Let me finish this. Please, this is
Police brutality. That's what we here for. Racism.
Y'all gotta hear this.
Police brutality. Racism.
The only way they're gonna change is to have the only way the system is gonna change, it has to be a systematic approach. Meaning, once they obtain...
It seems like some people are promoting their businesses, taking advantage of all the cameras. This is not about his business. This is about police brutality, injustice. That's what this is about, not his business. Now we have the Yonkers Police Commissioner. The Yonkers Commissioner is going to address the...
Listen up! What you gotta say?
So,
Introduce yourself.
my name is John Muller.
Where you from?
I'm from Yonkers. I'm the Yonkers Police Commissioner.
Okay.
And I've been doing a lot of listening. My mayor told me instead of talking, I should be listening. So I'm going to keep it short and sweet, and I'm going to say this.
He's here. Hold it down.
The first thing is, I'm going to say that I'll never understand what it is to be black in America. I will never understand that, and I'm not going to pretend. But I am a human being, and what I saw with Mr. Floyd was outright murder. And I'm not going to sugarcoat it, and I'm not going to do what we did in the past and say, well, you got to wait to get the facts out. I saw enough.
Appreciate that.
I am heartbroken. I am disgusted. I condemn it, and I stand with you. And what I've told my police officers is, I'm not going to put word in anybody's mouth. Not your mouth, not their mouth. But if they feel it, the best way to begin healing is to say how sorry you are and how you understand.
Admit you're wrong.
So the next step is, what do we do? Because the key here is not what happens today. It's what happens next week. It's what happens 6 months from now. It's what happens a year from now.
What about Shakima?
Hold on, what happened with my daughter?
So the first,
She's a
we'll
female.
get to that. The next step is the demands. We have 4 sets of demands. So I'll go over them one by one because we are people of action. The first demand is the implicit bias training. It's done. It's going to happen. I guarantee it.
Yes.
And you can hold me accountable if it doesn't happen. The only other, immediately, as soon as I can sign up and get registered. So when you say when, the answer is as soon as I possibly can. Okay? The council has...
Is there like any set deadline? Because as soon as I can, could go for years. You know what I'm saying?
So that's right. So the question is, that's fair. You know, I can live with that.
Okay.
How long is as soon as possible? So we have to register. The problem is, all over the country, police departments are scrambling now to see how they can be better. That's not...
YMCA offers
Right.
implicit bias
So
training.
we've already connected the YMCA with Lucrea, who is the CEO there, who has helped us a lot. And we are going to, and I'm going to be the first one to go. I will be in the first class. I give you my word, because I understand, and I'm understanding more and more now about microaggressions and about how there's so many incidents where there may not be brutality, there may not be excessive force, but there's disrespect. And what it does is it ruins people forever. And there's absolutely no need for that. So we have to be better.
Can I ask you a question? How are you gonna hold your fellow officers accountable? Because you might be, you might be against it and see the wrong in it, but I could promise you, all of the officers in Yonkers do not see it that way. There's a lot of officers that aren't even from these communities.
I don't know if
that's
they'll take
coming
it, but I'll
to
take it.
the
You
police.
want me to take it? You want to take it?
At the end.
At the end. Let him take this off. It's about the policy. It's about the change. Let him cover everything he need to cover.
You have my word that the next step is the implicit bias training. We are going to continue to work, and we're going to try our best to each and every day. It's not easy. It's hard for us. Our hearts are broken. So many of the police officers' hearts are broken. Maybe people don't want to hear that right now. I'm going to stand up amongst you and say it. My heart is broken. My heart is broken. I condemn it. Okay? I'm sick. I'm disgusted. So as far as the demands, let's go over them. Might as well talk. We got everybody here now.
Thank you. Thank you.
So as far as the body cams, that's the number one hardest thing. And I'll tell you why. It's super. I'm going to answer. I'm going to answer the question. The millennials always want to know why. The number one thing is we got to get, it's a lot of money. It's a lot.
Take it out of their paycheck.
Okay. Okay. Maybe out of my paycheck. We do? It's all right.
Let him talk.
Can we be very specific? I want to know how much money. Because it's a lot of money for them to be here right now.
I agree.
They make a lot of money.
The issue.
$200,000 a year. We just saw it in the news.
I know it is.
So how much?
It's probably about $500,000. And listen, we're gonna find the money. The mayor has. The mayor.
Two salaries.
Yo, let him talk. He said he's gonna find the money.
The mayor has given his word that he's gonna find money for the implicit bias training. So that's the first step. All right. The next step is the cultural diversity workshops and training. Done. We will find a way. I've already spoken with Hector. I've had conversations with Lamont. I didn't get to know a lot of these people, a lot of the community activists, just because this happened. I mean, we've been in the game. We've been doing working as hard as we can. People don't want to hear that. We're going to keep on trying.
You're the new commissioner, too, so I appreciate that.
And then the integration between the community and the Yonkers Police Department. So
no connection.
The first thing is you can't say no. It's not fair to say no.
No, he's saying there's no connection right now.
So here's what has to happen. We have to diversify the force, and how do you do that? Here's the thing. Traditionally, we have failed, in particular with African American males, to want to become police officers. We look at the Hispanic population, and the numbers are through the roof. So what are we not doing? The bottom line is, based on everything that's happened, you can't have a conversation with a black kid for 5 minutes at a library and then say, take the test and become one of us. It doesn't work. So you have to build a relationship young, early, continue the dialogue, understand that there's going to be different points of view and different perspectives. So,
sorry to cut you off. I have a question.
Yes.
Okay, what is it that we're doing? I hear you talking about from young. That's really important. You know what I'm saying? Like, we want to build a culture that's
You
going
do.
to everybody. I'm good right here. It's good, it's good. I can hear me, right? Everybody can hear me? Good. All right, so we want to build something from the ground up. That's super important. What are we doing with the people now so that we can bring something down to the younger guys and we can give them something? Because what's happening is you're saying something from young, and me, I'm 25 years old. If I don't have a connection with you guys and I'm going to have a kid, it's not going to work out because whatever I tell my kid is what's going to happen. So what are we going to do? Like, are we going to do workshops, something where we can continue to come like this and speak back and forth so that we can have a connection? I can say, okay, I know who you are. I know
assemblies.
who you are. I know who you are. And
That's-
then when my kid is
Needs to
born,
be
I can
more
say,
transparent dialogue.
This is what we do.
Again, you make a very fair point, and I'm with you. And so the specifics are, where are we going to be? So again, this is important today, but it's more important next week and the week after. I give you my pledge that we are going to try to do exactly what you say. And in some cases, we've already been doing it. I don't know if anybody here is familiar from Yonkers. I graduated from Gorton, the Yonkers Force. Anybody here from anybody know about the Yonkers Force? Yonkers Force. In Yonkers, we have a hard time paying for sports programs.
Yes, we do.
The mayor came up with a great program where he decided, because we couldn't do football teams for all 6 high schools, we did 2. One was the Yonkers Brave, that's sponsored by the Yonkers Fire Department. The other one, the other one is sponsored by the Yonkers Police Department, called the Yonkers Force.
That's great.
It's been absolutely magical. So to your question, as far as then we're getting kids, young men, not kids, young men that are playing football, where we are working with them, as far as developing relationships. My dream I love the idea of football, but the truth is, I'm a big football fan. Less than 1% is going to go to the NFL. It's more about building character.
Yeah, it's not about
Every summer.
Okay.
Every summer to work with them kids.
Right.
I've never seen a
Right.
Yonkers police officer on that field.
You know what? Because you don't know, because they're not wearing a uniform. They're still out there. We have guys that are on the job that are coaching.
Introduce yourself. Let me see, John. John, can I see it for a second? Let me just see.
Y'all, listen. John, we respect you, brother. Listen, you can't speak for the rest of them. You spoke for yourself, but you can't speak for the rest of them dudes back there. They got to speak up. They got to hold themselves accountable for everything that they doing out here. You understand what I'm saying? We definitely got to plan and organize, but they got to hold themselves accountable. They should be right here. Look, they should be right here listening. Undivided attention. They want us to listen to them. They got to listen to us.
Somewhere.
Simple as that. Simple. That kneeling down shit don't mean nothing.
Nah, kneeling down.
That don't mean nothing. They got to get themselves together, man.
Not listening. Call them up.
But John, I respect you.
Hi, how are you?
Wait, the problem is
spying on us
we
with
need
a
these
police
police officers'
So-
files. We need copies of their jackets. We need every complaint that was ever made against them so they can do an internal investigation and get the bad ones out and keep the good ones in, like this brother standing here right next to me.
So here's what my hope is. You start with a prayer and you end with a prayer. And I know it's not the end all be all, but it's a start. And we're going to keep on working towards it. And listen, I love the community. And I'll do my best. And one of the things is I hope at the end of this day that you reach out to a police officer standing out there. They will extend their hands. And listen, it's really hard right now. I know no one's feeling us. I get it. I understand it. I'm not going to pretend to understand to be African American in America, but I understand how it feels. I understand how I feel right now. So I want to wish everybody luck. God bless. You have the demands. We're 3 out of 4.
Are you spying on us with drones now?
All right, just one question before you go. I know you said you'll kneel with us. We appreciate that. We'll take that before you go as well. But quick question, starting with respect. You spoke about the police and everything like that. When it comes to us believing in you, he just said you was a new commissioner. We don't even know the commissioners because there's no connection.
Know that.
But congratulations on that. Now, the complaint files. For us to feel like you're serious in what you're talking about, we need some type of accountability held.
Review them again.
You guys make examples
Civilian
out of
review
us when we're in our neighborhoods doing bad. Y'all cops make examples out of that one bad person so everyone else knows, right? So can we get an example for that cop, that brutalized Shakima, starting there? And then the complaint file to where we're seeing more people losing their jobs or being charged. Because at the end of the day, you can tell us everything in the world and you could really, really mean it. But that don't mean anybody's going to take it in if we don't see action. And I feel that should be first step. That cop, his name, his badge, everything needs to be done. He should have no job ASAP. That should be an ASAP. Before that first 4 demands, that should be the first thing before those 4 demands. Okay? That cop needs to lose his job. Period. And he should not be rehired at all. He shouldn't be eligible for rehire. When you steal from a corporation and you get fired, it says not eligible for rehire. That should be him because he is very dangerous. And that's why we, as a people, look at police as a gang as well. Because if you don't say what they don't like, they're going to act like how y'all say thugs. But at the end of the day, y'all are family, y'all are friends. The same way people in the communities are family and friends. Y'all label them gangs. So why can't we label y'all gangs when y'all are just as dangerous? And I'm not saying y'all meaning you. But at the end of the day, y'all are together. You know what I'm saying? So that cop is first step. ASAP, you got a list of 4 demands. I'm cool with all of that. But that should be 0.5 before that number 1. Can you, before the cops come, I didn't get a response on that cop with Shakima Floyd. I want to know about that.
What I can tell you is that case, this is what people don't understand. That case, we didn't wait for her to make a complaint because, listen, we had a very dark time in the Yonkers Police Department if you've been here a long time.
Yes, we did.
The Department of Justice came in and they did, a DOJ investigation. We got an MOU as far as how to deal with the community.
What's the MOU? You can't
Memorandum of Understanding. So one of the things that come with that is how to deal with the excessive force complaints. So you understand, in that particular case, in all cases like that with use of force, Internal Affairs was out. It happened at 1 in the morning. Internal Affairs came out. They were there by 2 a.m. doing the investigation. The information was forwarded to the Westchester County District Attorney's Office. We're looking at it now. It can't be immediately. Like, I know people want it, and you may not disagree. You may disagree with me. That's fine. I can live with that. However,
How about the fact that on camera? We get beat up for years
Right.
in Yonkers.
Wait. That's not the topic right now.
So, as far as you're concerned, it's going to be. It's being investigated. It's being looked at all different angles.
So you guys don't have like a suspended while being investigated?
No.
No? So he's getting paid while the
Those
investigation
are collective bargaining agreements that it's hard for us to violate. That's part of what things have to change. We'll do the best we can with it.
How can we track
Okay,
the progress?
Well, it's in the progress. So here's one of the other things we've done. When you look at the situation with Mr. Floyd, one of the other things that came through for us when you look at the situation with Mr. Floyd, the man who murdered Mr. Floyd, had 18 complaints.
Facts.
One of the things we've learned to come around, and in the Yonkers Police Department, is we have an early intervention program. After 2 complaints, we start looking at things differently. 3 complaints, it goes to discipline. Different things. There's all these structure in there. It's different than it was. Is it perfect? It is not. But we are doing the best we can to try to make it right.
Sorry? 18 violations.
Yeah.
What is the cutoff point?
All right.
18. I think you should emphasize that you're the new commissioner so they want to understand that you just came in.
I'm not going to defend myself. Don't worry about it.
Hector. If ladies and gentlemen, so what you hear, so this is a good man. I'll just say that. So, and what you're hearing from him, right, sounds like there are some excuses, right? If we're honest with ourselves, right? That's what it sounds like. That's why your elected officials matter. There is a law in New York State that shields police officers, firefighters, and corrections officers from their records being shared when they get complaints. That is called 50A. If you want to do work, you want to know who the officers are that have complaints against them, tell the governor, tell the state legislature, repeal 50A.
Yeah.
If you want to make sure that all of his officers have body cameras on, call the mayor's office. Talk to the council members that are here, that are in the crowd, and tell them that your priority in the city budget is body cameras. Don't let the mayor try to find the money. Demand that he put the money where you want it. That's right. And just so y'all know, because I want to be held accountable too. So when I talk to my colleagues tomorrow, I will be proposing that we have a Westchester County Civilian Complaint Review Board.
Yes.
Right. And I will suggest that any municipality in Westchester can opt in, so that if there's a complaint in Yonkers, we don't have Yonkers people looking into it. We have people from throughout the county making sure that police officers in Yonkers and Greenburgh and White Plains and Mount Vernon are being held accountable. This is for you to demand, right? You got to make the demand, but you have to know what you're demanding and who you're demanding it from. You have to know. So when you leave here, whenever it is, I'm not saying to go now, obviously, but when you leave here, put it on your list to call every single elected official you know and make those demands. State legislature, 50A. If you need to pull out your phones and pen and paper so you know what I'm saying, 50A, call the governor's office, call Senator Andrea Stewart-Cousins, Senator Shelley Mayer, Assemblyman Gary Pretlow, Assemblyman Nada Sayers. They all represent the Yonkers. 50A. And then call your council members and tell them what you want to see in your budget. What you want to see as your laws. And you can call me, pull out your phone. I'll give you my office number right now, 914-995-2829. Anything you want, you call my office, and if I can't do it, I'll tell you where to go. 914-995-2829. My name is Christopher Johnson. I'm a county legislator. 914-995-2829. And earlier, y'all heard Lamont say that we need to organize. Take it seriously. cdgcny.org and put your email there. So next time you have a demand, we can look like this and stronger. Because I guarantee you that if I knew each and every one of y'all voted, then I'd have to listen to you. I'd be forced to listen to you, and if I didn't, you put somebody else in.
That's right.
Thank you. Just one more thing, and then I got Mike. So I just want to say one more thing before I go. I've taken up enough time. How many people here were here on Sunday? Okay. We had, according to LOHUD, we had 1,000 people here. We had the march lasted from 2 o'clock in the afternoon until like 7:30 at night. It went all over Yonkers.
My feet still hurt.
For all of you who don't know him, I know him. That's Richard. Hello, Richard. So, what I want to say is, what I saw on Sunday and what I see today is a model of how the rest of the nation can operate, where people can speak freely. There was 1,000 people marching. There was not one injury. There was not one arrest. And there was not one piece of damaged property. And so what I would ask you is, please, and I know you're not feeling it, but the only way that happens is the way the police conducted themselves and the way the protesters conducted themselves. Together, this was a successful march. It was a successful rally because we understood each other. Listen, people are upset, people are angry, but at the end of the day, when I look at what's happening in the rest of the world, I look at the rest of the country, what we did on Sunday is the way it's supposed to be done. So I want to thank you, and I want to thank the officers for making all that happen and doing it right. Because as much as there's a model that we don't want to be, this is the model of how to rally, how to peacefully assemble, and how to say your piece without hurting anyone and damaging any property. That's it for me. God bless. Thank
Before
you.
you go,
You can walk away. I just want to make sure I reiterate before you go, because we said a lot of stuff after that. I just want to reiterate. I know you're new, you're trying to make change, but we got to get some accountability on these bad cops that is hitting us from young, which is why we grow up saying fuck the police and don't have no care that you guys hear us saying that because of what was done to us. And I'm speaking from experience for myself and every single other person that's out here that's been encountered with that or their family members. I've had family members get their ass whipped right in front of me, all types of crazy stuff from the Yonkers police that's here supposedly to protect and serve. I've had people in my family go to jail for over 5 years that had nothing on them, nothing at all, but was charged for guns, drugs, etc. So until we start holding accountable these bad cops, the good cops is just going to sit by. And the bad cops are going to continue to keep doing it. So if you're new, that's a start right there. You gotta start dealing with these people. The same way y'all want us to deal with our community, you gotta deal with these people.
Let's get it.
Because at the end of the day, that comes with respect. Some of our parents don't even yell at us, and we got cops coming in our face, yelling, spitting all types of crazy stuff, and we supposed to give respect back. That makes no sense. It's senseless. It's not gonna happen. It's impossible. It's impossible. It's impossible. That's all I'm saying.
No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace!
Just want to ask, Commissioner said you're going to take the knee. Any other? Commissioner, can any other officers out here take a knee with us?
No, he can't make them.
We just want to hear you ask them. That's it. It ain't no forcing. We just want you to ask them.
Take a knee, take a knee.
Tell them to come up. Tell them to come up, please.
But look.
Wait.
Just shows the problem.
No justice!
No peace!
No justice!
No peace!
No cop holds up.
Hello.
Look at him.
That's
Yo, turn around, turn around.
I'm a nail, I'm not nailing to them.
Now you're taking a knee for George Floyd.
Encourage your officers. Encourage your officers.
Hello.
The officers need
Hello, we're taking a knee for
We see your racism showing when you don't want to stand with it.
Hey, I just want to
Can you take advantage of it? That's it. Everything else is cool.
take on me.
Let's go. Let's go.
Got you.
The littlest fucking thing.
Sorry, you don't have to. It's like counterproductive. You still have a token. Everyone likes a token at a party.
So whoever don't take a knee, that's fine. We see who you are. So let's take a knee.
I'm right back with you.
No knees? Really, guys? Okay. I guess we're not all humans, right? We don't have the same cause.
Y'all afraid to get your uniform dirty?
It's only $10 for dry cleaning. I'll give it to you. Just take the knee.
Your privilege is showing.
I will give you $10. Take a knee, sir. You seem like a good person. I'll give it to you, sir. I appreciate that. That's good respect. Disappointed, guys. Disappointed. Bad though, man. It's really not even that good.
Seems like this is it. Everyone is dispersing. Very peaceful. Everyone express their opinions. Everyone expressed their feelings in a way that it's supposed to be. We are proud of them. Hey Prince.
How you doing, man?
Prince is one of the organizers. I'm a little tired, Prince.
You
know?
for covering it, man.
But I gotta tell you, I'm happy and proud to be here. I'm happy and proud of the work you did. I'm happy and proud of the way that youth reacted. The message went out loud and clear, without any problems. I see that you are emotional about it. Tell me, on your own words, How proud are you, Prince?
It's a great start, but a lot of the cops that didn't take the knee, they had the chance. Your commissioner leads you, so you're supposed to follow. You want us to follow the rules. Your commissioner took the knee, and you guys couldn't do it. It hurts a lot, big time. It hurts big time. But we're keeping it peaceful. You know, we don't want the rioters out here. We don't want the looters out here. But we have to voice how we feel, and this is a part of the problem what's going on today. That it keeps going on.
Exactly, Prince. Follow the good example. Lead by example. Hopefully, people from around the nation will see how the young people of Yonkers reacted and protested in a way that it's supposed to be.
Yeah, no bloodshed. We don't want no bloodshed, man. We lost already too many lives everywhere. You know, Black Lives Matter.
Thank you. Thank you.